Hello everyone, welcome to Piccadilly Stampin'. I'm Pamela Pick. So if you are new to my channel, please click that subscribe button so that you don't miss out on any of my tutorials. Leave a comment down below if you like what I did today. So today I want to just start off by telling you we're going to do one of my layout cards. So here's a layout that I drew up, and I had this idea in my head for one of our new sets, and I wanted to use this to make a card. So I am going to be using the terrific Toadstools. Now this is a bundled set with a punch bundle, the Toadstool Builder Punch. And when you purchase them together, you do save 10%. Now I'm not going to be using the punch for this card because I don't really have anything punched out here on this drawing that I did. But this came in my kind of like, sometimes, I don't know, if you're a card maker, do you ever just kind of sometimes think about certain things you want to do? Well, that's what was happening to me this morning, and this card came into my head, and I thought, okay, I'm going to go draw this out and go do it. So Terrific Toadstools is that bundle. This is the card layout that we have. So I guess I'll refer back to this from time to time. I don't have any measurements. When I make up my own, I kind of put them together as I go, and I make and I get the measurements. So don't worry about it though, because if you have watched any of my other videos, you know that if you sign up for my free email, you end up getting the supply list, this video that you're watching now, the photos and the dimensions, all listed, emailed to you in one spot. You don't have to go to Pinterest here and my blog here and all the different places to get everything. You can just get it all in one spot, emailed right to you. Okay, I'm also going to be using, this is our new embossing folder called the Modern Herringbone. As you can see, it's got that herringbone pattern, but it is like larger and smaller and then very smaller, which is kind of cool. So I went ahead and I've got a piece of Granny Apple Green in here, and I want you to notice I'm off to one side because I wanted this small stuff to show. Let me show you what it looks like when it is. Isn't that cool? It's just kind of quirky, I guess. And I really, really liked that for this. I've never seen an embossing folder like this before. And I think this would be great, not only for what I'm doing today, but because of the shape of these, I think this could be like almost like abstract leaves or something on a floral designed card. But again, that was called the Modern Herringbone. I am using the Spotlight in Nature's dies. I have one die here that has the ridges, and I'll show you that, but just the one die that I'm using. I've added the Toadstool Gardens 6x6 DSP. As you can see, I've got loose ones in here. This is using the punch. There's the bottom, but I'm not going to be using that today, so I'm just going to hold on to that for another card that I have. This is a totally free paper that you get when you purchase $60 of product. Stampin' Up! Gives you a choice of different items that you can purchase through Celebration. It is a one-time year, and I'm going to use this piece of DSP. January through February is how long the celebration goes on, and they have beautiful fun things that you can get, and this is just one of them. So I'm going to use the colors that you see here on this DSP, even though I'm using the pink. And so you're going to see I've got the gray granite, which is here, the pumpkin pie, the melon mambo, and then the Granny Apple Green. So I didn't stray too far from the colors that are in this DSP. So let me pull this out here, and I am going to cut this down. This is a little long, so it's cut at 3. I always try to look at how to cut my DSP that I can get the most use out of it. So it's cut at 3 this way, and it's a 6x6 piece, and then I'm going to cut it at 4 1/4 so that it'll go across my card base. So now I have this, just this little piece extra that maybe I can use on another design. So I'll stick that in there. And then here is that die that I was telling you about. So let me pop this out here. Look at these neat little ridges that that die has. I think that's so awesome. So that's also in Granny Apple Green. We'll get our pieces lined up here. Let's come in. This is a Melon Mambo card base. Okay, so let's start there. We've got our card base, and then here is this piece. So let me pull back out that drawing. So I have this piece, and it's underneath. This is my drawing of DSP. It was pattern paper. So we're just going to follow this design that I had in my head. So I went ahead, and what I want to do is, as you can see, I want to kind of maybe leave like an even border on these three sides. So let's go ahead and adhere this. Now, because this is embossed and debossed, I'm going to be using the embossed side facing out, but I'm going to add just a little bit more adhesive to the back than what I normally do, because I want to make sure that I get a good stick. Ooh, I kind of got that by the edge. Try not to do what I just did. So, and the liquid glue gives me a little bit of time to kind of move it around. So as you can see, I'm way off base here. Way off. There we go. And we'll just flatten that down. Then, as you can see, I have the DSP going here. And the way I did this, it's a little higher to the top than the bottom. So let's go ahead and do that also, leaving it like so. And I want to use the pink side. There's this pretty side too, but I thought that that was a lot of color and texture moving around on here. So we're just going to do the pink side. When I adhere my stuff down, I don't know if you noticed that I leave about a 1/4 inch edge. And the reason why is so that it gives me time when I do move it, then I don't get schmutz out here. Schmutz is the actual term, I think. I have no idea where that came from. But, okay. So now I've got the base of my card. And again, I did add, you saw me add a little bit of extra adhesive in there. And the reason why I do that is because it is on this texture. Okay, so that's the base. So this is pretty easy then. I have, we want to make our circle. And I have one cut out. And I also have a piece of basic white. And I am going to cut out the 2 3/8 inch circle out of the white. Now I'm just going to use the punch on this, and let me show you. It fits perfectly inside of there, just perfectly for a mat. So, and since I've got this, I'll just use this as a backdrop. So my color combo is so pretty. I just love it. So we've got Gray Granite, Pumpkin Pie, Melon Mambo, and Granny Apple Green. So I think what I want to do is I want to start with the Melon Mambo. And we will ink our image up of that mushroom, or toadstool. Is this a toadstool? What was the name of the set? Isn't it Toadstools? Yeah, Toadstool. Terrific Toadstools. So it's a toadstool, not a mushroom. I call everything that I'm not sure a mushroom. Okay, and I'm just going to do this kind of at the top here. Give that a good press, like so. And then I want to go in with the Gray Granite now. And let's add the stem. Get that good and inky. And it's okay if it goes off of the paper. There we go. So I've got that stem. And while I've got this out, let's do this stem. And let's see how long this is. Let's go like that. Hopefully that fits the way I want. And where is the little, oh, maybe I didn't get it out. I thought I had these all prepped. Look at that, I didn't. So let me grab a block here quick. I like to use a bigger block than what you need, so that way you can see through the block when you're lining it up. So that was the gray granite. Here is the pumpkin pie. I am gonna stand again so I can see where to line these up. We'll go like that. Good enough. And then we've got the Granny Apple Green. And what I'm going to do with this one is I'm going to layer Granny Apple Green, stamp on one, and then stamp off. So let's do it like this so that I can stamp off down here. And I've got this image of kind of greenery. So we're going to stamp on full strength, kind of right up here, and then stamp off half. Okay, let's do it again, and let's go maybe up a little bit. Stamp on full strength, and then stamp off half. And I think I'm going to do one more full strength right there, so that I've got all of that color and then some background color. Now, if you want to, if you go on and off of that circle piece, you will have a line through it, so you may have to stamp and then stamp again to get whatever you wanted on there. I hope that made sense. Sometimes I make sense, sometimes I don't. You can always ask me. Okay, so then we're going to go ahead and adhere this right to the center. Of that Granny Apple Green. I love knowing that that 2 3/8 inch punch fits perfectly in here because I love layered looks. Just me personally, I guess. Okay, now that I have that, let's bring this back in. And I want to definitely give this a lift, so we're going to add these dimensionals. Now, one of my favorite things about our dimensionals, because you can buy dimensionals at any craft store and stuff, but I like the size of ours. I don't like dimensionals that are too tall. Great, they look good on cards and stuff. However, when you go to mail them, sometimes you get charged if it's thicker than a 1/4 inch. So our dimensionals are perfect in that. I'm going to have to stand up to see. I want this about center off. Okay, like so. Now let's set this aside and let's grab, oh, what is this? About 3/4 inch. About 3/4 inch there. And I'm going to use black with the sentiment that says, popping up to say hi. I think that is so cute. So popping up to say hi, and I'm just going to go in with our Tuxedo Memento ink. It is the Tuxedo Black. And I'm going to go over here on the left-hand side in the center. Give that a good press without rocking, like so. And then I want to flag the end. And I have an old retired punch. We don't sell this anymore. This is the tailored tag punch. It works so wonderful. So if you still have it, use it. But I'm just going to flag this end, and let me get that kind of centered like so, and I'll put that in there. Otherwise, you can do this by hand by just going in, clipping in the middle, and then coming and clipping the tip to tip, and then you get him on the middle. I'm a lazy goof, I guess. I like the nice simple way. What did I do with dimensionals? Here we go. So I have this popped up here, so I'm just going to put one right there, and then I'm going to put another on this end here, and then let's come right over this, because that will hold that middle up, and let's layer that in there. Isn't that so stinking cute and easy? These are the adhesive back sequin trio, and there's these little white iridescent ones. These are perfect when you just want a little of something, but you don't need a whole bunch. So I'm going to go in here. Let's see, let's do a large one here, and maybe one here, and we'll do a small one there, and then let's do a small one there. You want to go in odds, so odd numbers. So I'm doing 5. It gives just enough without being overpowering. I think this card is quick and easy and fun. It's an easy layout. Let's see, how close did I get? Pretty close. I think I centered it more, but I don't know. That's okay. It was what was in my mind. It came out the way I liked. If you wanted to, you could move it over a little bit more. I added the banner in here, and I think that added to it. I think it's such a cute little card. This would be so easy for you to reproduce. Now, if you don't have a copy of our new catalogs with the Celebration catalog, I'm going to hook a link to this video where you can sign up to get your own. I'll send it to you so that you can see what there is. There's all kinds of things in here that you can get just in this catalog alone that you can get for free. Here's that DSP that I was talking about. Look at all the things that they did with this little mushroom set. So stinking cute. I love it. This is one of my favorites too. So I'll hook a link to that. Remember to leave a comment down below and subscribe to this video so that you don't miss out on any of mine. Sign up for my newsletter. It's free. It's going to have a list of supplies that I use to make this card. This video that you're watching right now, the photograph, at least one, if not 3 photographs, depending on what kind of card it is, the dimensions that I used in this card, all listed in that email, and it'll come straight to your computer. You don't have to go hunting for it. You can sign up on www.piccadillystampin.blogspot.com, or you can just go to the description in the comment or below here in the description section, and I will put a link to sign up to it free. With an $80 purchase with me, I'm also going to send you a free stamp pack. Now that's $80 before tax and shipping using my current host code, and this is my current host code. If you don't know about my host code is directly connected to my Perks Rewards program. So for every $35 you spend, I put it down as a letter to the name Piccadilly. There's 10 letters in the name Piccadilly. When you collect all 10, you end up getting a free $25 shopping spree on me. And don't use this host code if your orders are $149.99 or more, because then you're eligible for host benefits and I want you to have them. So thanks so much for watching today. I hope you enjoyed this card. Leave a comment down below if you'll try this layout with either this or any other card stamp set that you have that you want to try. I appreciate it. Have a great day. See you 7 p.m. Central Time here on Facebook for a live demonstration this week. Take care, everyone. Bye-bye.